Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Otumba Adams Show. My name remains Adam Solofimi Olajide, and you guys are welcome. Especially, how are you guys doing? It's been a rainy day. I know that it's been raining for the most part in most of the states in the western part of Nigeria. If you're in Lagos, Ibadan, or that's your state, Osun State, Ekiti, Ogun State, and Ondo State, and I think I'm actually missing one state right now. But then, anyway, you get what I'm trying to say. I'm sure that you guys have been experiencing rains over and over for the past few days, and I hope you guys are okay. All right, and the flood has not taken you to where you're not supposed to be. All right, so if you are someone that has always been coming around, I hope you guys are doing well. Your business is doing well, all is well, and we've had a long holiday since Friday, no, since Saturday till Tuesday, and we're all back to work now. All right. If this is your first time of being a part of the show, we talk about business, entrepreneurship, we talk about leadership, we talk about growth, personal growth. And on today's episode, we'll be looking at ways to stay mentally strong in hard times. Now, one of the things that I have come to realize is that there would always be hard times. Hard times would always come. Right now, we're facing inflation in Nigeria. Some other parts of the world are also facing inflation. And if care is not taken, it might slip into a period whereby if you're not mentally strong, you will be depressed. And on this episode, I'm looking at ways in which you can actually be strong mentally and you can actually weather through that phase of your life. All right. So, I have 10 points listed out, and I'll be taking them one after the other. Stick with me, and you would enjoy today's episode. Also, if you're watching me right now, just make sure that you like on Facebook, YouTube, or you share with your loved ones and tell somebody about the show before we dive right into what we have for today. Okay, so on today's episode, number one on the list is speak positively to yourself. All right, whenever you're going through hard times and then you feel like you're down, you're downcast, the first thing you need to do is speak good things about yourself. Speak the words to yourself, because before any other person would actually speak what you want to hear, you have to be your own first prophet. You have to be the first person to speak to yourself and tell yourself that you're good, you are brilliant, you're intelligent, you have the beauty of God in you. You have this, you have that. Encourage yourself such that whenever you keep hearing it, right, you would begin to believe in it. Because speaking words, speaking positive words is like planting a seed and then watering it with good water, like planting it on a good soil and then also watering it. All right. Over time, it's going to germinate and you're going to see the result of those words that you are speaking to yourself. One of the ways you could actually do that is by creating a recording, right? And for every time you have an alarm, or probably you can actually set an alarm, and then you hear those words that you've actually recorded, right? You could write something out and then eulogize yourself, say something great about yourself, and then say that okay, maybe by 9 a.m. the alarm is going to go off, by 12 p.m., by 4 p.m., and by 8 p.m., right? 4 times a day, you get to listen to the positive words you've said to yourself. And these words would help you out during tough times. All right. Speak positive words to yourself. If you're expecting somebody else to do that job for you, you may end up not seeing anyone that would do it. So you have to be the one to pick yourself up and then speak good things about yourself. And it would help you during these tough times. That's number one on the list. Number two on the list is write down the good things in your day. Now, one of the mistakes a lot of people make is that they always tend to have something that they can complain about, right? They go through the whole day and then they are this rain just spoiled my mood. This rain just did this. This one just did that. Nigeria did this. Nigeria did that. Whatever it is doing everything to them. However, they do not focus on the good parts of their life. Now, the more you see the negative, right, the more you become that thing, because you become what you constantly look at. If you're constantly seeing the negative side of life, then you would end up becoming depressed. You would end up engulfed with all the negativities that is happening all around you, right? Especially if you're staying in Nigeria, there would always be some form of news or the other that would most likely weigh you down. But if you can focus on the good that happens in your day, then it would help you to be mentally strong, because you are conscious of what's the word now, of the good that is happening around you. Okay, that's number two. Number three, which is related to number two, is practice mindfulness. Now, mindfulness basically is you know what is happening within you and around you per time. All right, you know every single thing that is happening around you, and you are conscious of how you want to feel every single time. And one of the best ways you could actually do that is that, like, whenever you are happy, you have to learn to be mindful of how you're feeling at that point in time. And then you ask yourself that, like, how can I carry this same energy to every other part of my day? Okay. That is being mindful, meaning that, like, whenever anything negative is trying to come into you, you are so conscious of it that, like, you back out from it. You don't let it to get to you. You don't let it to affect you. And you carry that happiness wherever you are. And even if you get to face something that, like, that brings you down, right, you are conscious of the fact that, like, hey, I need to get back up, right? Because you know the state of mind that, like, you have this peace of mind in, and you want to retain that mindfulness, such that if you have a bad moment, you quickly remind yourself, like, hey, dude, let this thing go. Because the more you hold on to it, the more you hurt. Let it go and have peace of mind. I usually tell myself something that, like, anything that would not make me sleep well at night, I don't want it. So when it is coming, and then, like, I can sense the negativity, I can sense the hurt coming my way, I will just be like, dude, let it go. Like, just free it. Because if you keep holding on to it, it's going to hurt you. But because you have chosen to have peace of mind, you are conscious, you are very conscious of the fact that, like, if you let anything other than that thing that you want per time in your life, then you're going to have this imbalance, and over time it's going to affect you. So let anything that is negative go out of your life. So also for you to be mindful of how you feel per time, and let go every negativity that is not really useful in your life. All right. So that's number three on the list. Number four on the list is learn to say no. Now, one of the things that, like, I have noticed about people, human beings, is that, like, we really do not want to, like, hurt other people. We really do not want to, like, make them feel bad, especially when they make requests of us. However, if that request is going to affect you on the long run, if that request is going to is going to, like, pull you beyond your threshold, right, then please say no. Right, you really do not have to say yes to everything that, like, everybody brings your way. They're like, hey, can you help me do this? Can you do this for me? If it is not convenient for you, learn to say no. Because when you are under much pressure and you keep taking other things that, like, you're not supposed to take into your life, you keep saying yes to every other person, it's going to affect you in the long run, right? You're going to break down. Your mental stability would be in shambles on the long run, and you really do not want that for yourself. So learn to say no when things are not convenient for you. Now, I'm not trying to say that, like, don't go out of your way for people. However, but know when to stop, know when to say no, and tell them. You really don't have to explain all the time, but if it is someone that, like, has great value to you, then explain to them that, like, this is the reason why I have to tell you no, because it is not going to be convenient for me. It's going to affect me on the long run. All right. So that's number four on the list. Number five on the list is find a hobby you love. Find something doing that, like, you love, because anytime you are in that mood, or that hobby that gives you that joy, right, you would always be happy. You would have mental stability. You'll be strong mentally. So find something that you love to do, be it football, be it basketball, be it chess, be it Scrabble, be it ping pong, and whatever game it is that, like, you actually love doing. Or probably, like, if you love hiking, go out, go have some fun. All right. Find a new hobby, stick to it, and over time, it would help your mental state of mind. All right. So that's number five on the list. Number six on the list is sleep for at least 8 hours. Now, this one, okay, I used to default with this, but I think I have actually gotten to that level that, like, I now begin to sleep 6 to 7 hours a day, and I make it compulsory. I have to sleep well, so that I'll be able to, like, give my best to the world. I'll be able to give um, everything I can to the world that would make other people better, right? Something like what I'm doing right now. If I did not sleep well, I'll probably, like, have puffy eyes, and, like, I'll be like, they'll be squinting, and you guys will be like, dude, did you take some drugs? No, I did not. I did not just have enough sleep. But I'm learning to sleep well now, and I am better for it. Okay, that's number six. Number seven is reduce time spent on social media. Now, this is very, very key because one of the things that I realized that like there's so much noise out there, and there's so much noise in the social media space that if you're not careful, you would be engulfed by a lot of the negativities, a lot of the fake lifestyle that a lot of people put out there, right? 60 to 70% of the things that like you probably see out there on social media are fake. And if you most likely like what's the word, if you follow every trend, if you follow everything that goes around, before you know it, you realize that like you are being pulled by so many things, and you do not even have a bearing for your life. So cut down the time that like you actually spend on social media, because every time I log online, there's always a bad news. There would always be a bad news. Till we die, there would always be a bad news. It's either somebody has been killed, somebody's family has been killed, or probably like somebody was raped, or something drastic that like would probably like make you feel terrible throughout the day. And remember, you have to be mindful of how you want to feel. So if going on social media would make you feel less of yourself, then I would advise you that like please cut down the time you spend on social media, because it's going to affect you on the long run. Moving on to number eight, we have make out time for fun. This is very, very important, right? As you're having a hobby that like you enjoy, also have time for fun. You could probably go hiking, you could go traveling. I know that like some things are not really so safe in Nigeria these days, but you could actually create time for fun. 2 Saturdays back in my church, the youth wing organized an event for people, and I can categorically say that like that is the most fun day of my life this year. Although I still had work to do, so I had to like carry my laptop down to the event. I was walking, I was playing, and it was a mixture of everything. But on the long run, I had fun, and really, it had a way of lifting my spirit, because anytime I remember that day, I would smile and I would be like, yes, I connected with people, I networked with people, I had fun, I ate, I had maximum fun. And so also for you too, if you want to have a good state of mind, please learn to have fun, learn to create time for yourself. Even if you're a parent, even if you have children, take out time. All right, you could either be with yourself and your spouse, or you could be with yourself and your children. You could go on a road trip. It doesn't have to be far. Go to places that you know that like they are safe, and nothing would happen to you guys. All right, so that's number eight on the list. Number nine on the list is cut off people of no value. Now, this one I would tell you categorically, if someone is in your life and the person is not adding any value to you, please cut them off. And as I would say that if you feel that like I'm not adding value to your life, please cut me off. Because I really do not believe in the fact that like we should be wasting each other's time. You are not helping me out, I'm not helping you out. We are of no value to each other. We are not helping each other to grow. If the only time that we get to see is just to talk about gossip and like talk about this person, talk about that person, and we are not adding value to ourselves, then I'll probably like reevaluate the friendship, and I'll be like, no, I don't want this anymore, because I'm conscious of the kind of people I want into my life. And if the person is of no value to me, then the person really doesn't have to stay in my life. When you need those people, right? Those people that like have not added value to you, when you need them, you will then realize that like they are not even worth it, because at that point in time, when you need people around you, those people would not be there to help you. So stick with people who add value to your life, and also learn to add value to other people's life. Because if you are not someone who can add value to people's life, people would also cut you off over time. All right. It's very, very important. And then the last but not least on the list is eat healthy. Eat healthy. It is very, very important. And if you're not if you do not have a healthy life, right, you can't be productive. All right, you can't have a great mental state of mind, because you would always be down, you would always be weary, you would always be depressed, because you're not eating properly. If you're used to eating junks, please stop it. It has a way of weighing your body down, right? I've actually noticed that thing, that like if I'm eating junks over time, I feel some kind of way that I really do not enjoy. But when I begin to eat healthy, right, I realize that like, wow, this thing I am eating is helping me to have a happier life. I feel lighter. I feel happier. I feel more like flexible to do a lot of things. But if you are taking in junks over time, you'll be obese, and you really do not want that for yourself. All right. So those are the 10 points that I have to help you stay mentally strong in hard times. Hard times would never last, right? As they say, tough times don't last, but tough people do. But when you are in that tough situation, these 10 points and a lot more that I actually didn't mention, right, you could do to help you scale through that period of your life, and you would be better for it. And also, as I always say, please like, share, subscribe, and tell somebody about the show. All right. My name remains Adam Solofimiolajide. And as I always say, be the best version God has created you to be, and have a lovely Wednesday evening. From me to you, signing out, guys. Take care.